Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video dives into the fascinating world of Roosevelt Dime coins and reveals the most valuable top 5 rare examples ever discovered. Although the Roosevelt Dime is one of the most common coins in American pockets, certain dates, mint marks, and conditions have transformed a simple 10-cent piece into a collector's dream worth thousands, and sometimes even more at auction. In this video, we will explore why these specific Roosevelt Dimes are so special, how rarity and condition drive their value, and what makes collectors compete fiercely for them in today's market. So let's get started. First up, we are focusing on the United States Dime dated 2001 with the D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, and examined specifically in fine condition. While many people assume modern dimes have little value, collectors know that certain dates, mint marks, conditions, and especially special characteristics can turn an ordinary coin into a desirable collectible. The 2001 D dime is a perfect example of how even a small denomination coin can carry historical importance and growing interest in the auction market. The 2001 D dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and his role in founding the March of Dimes. By 2001, the United States Mint was producing large quantities of circulating coinage to meet public demand, and the Denver Mint played a major role in this process. The D mint mark on the reverse identifies Denver as the place of striking. Although millions of dimes were minted that year, many have since been lost, damaged, or heavily worn in circulation, making well-preserved examples in clearly defined fine condition increasingly harder to find as time passes. This coin features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 2001 clearly visible in fine condition. The reverse displays a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches representing peace and strength. In fine condition, the main design elements remain bold, with moderate but even wear that still allows collectors to appreciate the original artistry of the coin. The copper nickel-clad composition, introduced in 1965, gives the 2001 D dime durability, while subtle strike details and die characteristics can add extra appeal for specialists who closely examine Denver Mint issues. The 2001 D dime is not rare in the traditional sense of extremely low mintage. Its collector appeal comes from condition scarcity and specific varieties or minting anomalies. Many coins from this year were heavily circulated, so examples that survive in consistent fine condition with clean surfaces and no major damage are more desirable than most people realize. Collector demand also increases significantly for coins showing strong strike quality, clear details, or recognized mint errors. As interest in modern U.S. coinage continues to grow, collectors are increasingly seeking overlooked dates like the 2001 D dime to complete sets or identify undervalued pieces. In today's market, a standard 2001 D dime in fine condition usually carries a modest premium over face value, often ranging from a few cents above 10 cents up to a couple of dollars depending on eye appeal and demand. However, auction results show that coins with exceptional characteristics, such as certified condition upgrades, strong details, or verified mint errors, can sell for $204,000. These higher prices demonstrate how careful evaluation and proper authentication can transform a common coin into a noteworthy auction item. Collectors should always examine 2001 D dimes closely under good lighting, looking for sharp details, balanced wear, and any unusual features that could indicate an error or variety. Storing coins properly in protective holders helps preserve their condition and long-term value. It is also wise to follow recent auction sales and price guides to understand current market trends. Submitting standout examples for professional grading can add credibility and often increases a coin's appeal to serious buyers. The United States Dime dated 2001 with a D mint mark proves that even modern, small denomination coins can hold surprising interest and potential value. In fine condition, this coin represents an important piece of American numismatic history and a growing opportunity for collectors who know what to look for. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, keeping an eye on coins like the 2001 D dime could lead to exciting discoveries and rewarding auction results. Next up, the United States Dime dated 1967 with no mint mark, a coin that many people have seen, spent, or even ignored, yet one that holds a surprising story and hidden collector interest. Although this dime is commonly found in circulated condition, its historical importance, silver content, and the special circumstances under which it was produced have made it an important piece in American numismatics. For collectors and coin hunters alike, the 1967 no-mint mark dime represents a small coin with a big legacy and, in certain cases, an impressive auction market value in dollars. The 1967 one dime belongs to the Roosevelt Dime series, which was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt shortly after his passing. The year 1967 falls into a very unique period in U.S. coin history. Due to widespread coin shortages in the mid-1960s, the United States Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all circulating coins between 1965 and 1967. As a result, the 1967 dime carries no mint mark, regardless of where it was produced. These dimes were struck primarily to meet heavy public demand, not with collectors in mind, making their survival in higher quality and special varieties more interesting today. The 1967 Roosevelt Dime is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, a feature that immediately separates it from modern dimes made of base metal. On the obverse, the coin displays a strong profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, along with the inscriptions, Liberty and In God We Trust, while the reverse features a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. Even in circulated condition, many examples still show sharp details and attractive silver toning. The lack of a mint mark is not an error but a deliberate design choice of the era, which adds to the coin's historical character and intrigue. While millions of 1967 dimes were minted, true rarity emerges when collectors focus on condition, strike quality, and special characteristics. Circulated examples are common, but demand remains steady because of the coin's silver content and its place in the no-mint mark era. Collector interest increases significantly for dimes that show strong details, original surfaces, or unusual mint errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or clipped planchets. These special pieces are far less common and are highly sought after by collectors who specialize in silver Roosevelt dimes and mid-20th century U.S. coinage. In circulated condition, a typical 1967 no-mint mark dime is generally valued above face value due to its silver content, often trading in the range of a few dollars depending on silver prices and overall condition. However, the auction market tells a more exciting story for exceptional examples. High-grade uncirculated coins and rare era varieties have sold for $306,000 at major coin auctions. The difference in value highlights how condition, rarity, and originality can transform a simple circulated dime into a highly valuable collectible. The 1967 dime should carefully examine any examples they find, even those in circulated condition. Looking for sharp details, attractive natural toning, and possible minting errors can make a significant difference in value. Proper storage is also important, as silver coins can be damaged by moisture and improper handling. Learning to recognize genuine wear versus damage and, when necessary, seeking professional grading can help protect and maximize the coin's market potential. Patience and knowledge are key when building a collection around this historic silver dime. The United States one dime from 1967 with no mint mark is a powerful reminder that even small, everyday coins can carry great historical and financial significance. Though commonly found in circulated condition, its silver composition, unique minting era, and potential for rare varieties continue to attract collectors around the world. Whether valued for its history, its metal content, or its potential auction market appeal, the 1967 Roosevelt Dime stands as an enduring piece of American coinage and a worthy addition to any serious or beginner coin collection. Next up, the United States one dime dated 1971 with no mint mark, a coin that President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By 1971, the United States had fully transitioned away from silver coinage, and the dime was now made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. The year 1971 represents a mature stage of modern U.S. coinage, with high production numbers, yet it still holds hidden potential for collectors who know what to look for. The 1971 dime features a sharp left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, with the word, Liberty, clearly displayed and the national motto, In God We Trust, split by Roosevelt's neck. The date 1971 appears cleanly struck beneath the portrait, and the absence of a mint mark confirms its Philadelphia origin. On the reverse, the torch of liberty is flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing peace and strength. In higher-grade examples, collectors look for full torch details, strong rims, and smooth, lustrous surfaces, which greatly enhance the coin's desirability. While millions of 1971 no-mint mark dimes were produced, true rarity comes from condition rather than mintage alone. Most examples found in circulation show wear, scratches, or dull surfaces. However, coins preserved in mint state, especially those with full torch details and no major marks, are far less common. Even more desirable are rare mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or unusual planchet flaws. These scarce varieties create strong demand among collectors, driving competition and higher prices at auctions. In circulated condition, a 1971 no-mint mark dime is usually worth only a small premium over face value. In fine to very fine condition, values may range from a few cents to a couple of dollars. Uncirculated examples in mint state can be worth significantly more, often ranging from $407,000 depending on grade. High-end specimens graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services can sell for $508,000 at auction. Rare and verified error coins from this year have been known to reach even higher prices, sometimes crossing the 1,000 mark when collector demand is strong. Collectors should carefully examine any 1971 no-mint mark dime using proper lighting and magnification. Look closely at the torch details, surface quality, and any unusual features that may indicate a mint error. Storing the coin properly in protective holders can help preserve its condition and value over time. Submitting high-quality examples to a reputable grading service can also increase their appeal and market confidence, especially if the coin has strong eye appeal or rare characteristics. The United States 1 dime from 1971 with no mint mark is a perfect example of how an everyday coin can turn into a valuable collectible under the right circumstances. While most are common, select pieces with exceptional condition or rare errors stand out in the auction market and can command impressive dollar values. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, this coin serves as a reminder that hidden treasures may still be waiting in pocket change, coin jars, and old collections, ready to be discovered and appreciated. Next up, the United States 1 dime dated 1999 with the D mint mark. At first glance, this Roosevelt dime may seem ordinary, but when found in excellent condition, it can become a truly exciting piece for collectors. Many people unknowingly spend these coins, not realizing that high-grade examples and special striking characteristics can command impressive attention in the auction market. This video will explore why the 1999 D dime, especially in excellent and near-perfect condition, holds strong appeal and how it can reach surprisingly high dollar values when certified and preserved properly. The 1999 D dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his role in founding the March of Dimes. By 1999, the United States Mint was producing coins in very large quantities, and the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of dimes that year. These coins were primarily made for circulation, not for collectors, which is exactly why top-quality survivors are so desirable today. While the year 1999 itself is remembered for the turn of the millennium and growing public interest in collectibles, most dimes from that period were heavily circulated, making pristine examples far less common than the original mintage numbers suggest. The 1999 D Roosevelt dime is composed of a copper core clad with outer layers of nickel, giving it its familiar silver-colored appearance. On the obverse, the coin features a sharp portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, with the word Liberty clearly visible and the date 1999 struck cleanly near the bottom. The D mint mark, located just above the date, identifies it as a Denver Mint issue. On the reverse, the torch symbolizes liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. In excellent condition, the details of the torch bands are crisp and well-defined, and this is where the coin truly stands out. Collectors pay special attention to dimes with strong, full horizontal bands on the torch, often referred to as full bands, which indicate a sharp strike and superior minting quality. Although millions of 1999 D dimes were originally produced, true rarity begins at the highest levels of condition. Coins that remain in excellent, uncirculated condition with full original luster are far scarcer than most people realize. The majority of these dimes were used in everyday transactions, leading to wear, scratches, and loss of detail. As a result, collectors actively seek examples that grade very high on the professional grading scale, especially those with full bands on the reverse. These top-grade coins are difficult to find and even harder to keep in flawless condition for decades. This challenge has created strong demand among modern coin collectors, registry set builders, and investors who focus on condition rarity rather than age alone. The value of a 1999 D dime can vary widely depending on condition. Circulated examples are typically worth face value, but excellent uncirculated pieces tell a very different story. Coins graded in higher mint state levels by professional grading services can sell for significantly more, especially when full bands are present. In competitive auctions, top population examples have been known to reach prices ranging from $609,000, and in rare cases, even higher when demand is strong and supply is limited. These values demonstrate how a modern dime, when preserved in exceptional condition, can transform from everyday pocket change into a sought-after collectible with real dollar value. The 1999 D dime, careful inspection is essential. Always examine the coin under good lighting and magnification to check for surface quality, luster, and sharp details on both sides. Pay close attention to the torch bands on the reverse, as strong, uninterrupted lines greatly increase desirability. Proper storage is equally important, since even small scratches or environmental damage can reduce value. Using protective holders and avoiding direct handling can help maintain the coin's condition. Submitting high-quality examples for professional grading can also enhance credibility and market appeal, especially if you believe the coin may achieve a high grade. The United States 1 dime from 1999 with the D mint mark proves that rarity is not always about age, but about condition, quality, and demand. While millions were minted, only a small number survive today in excellent, near-perfect condition with sharp details and strong visual appeal. These exceptional coins have captured the attention of collectors and continue to perform well in the auction market, sometimes reaching surprisingly high dollar values. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting to explore the hidden potential in modern coins, the 1999 D Roosevelt Dime is a powerful reminder that valuable treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. Next up, the United States 1 dime dated 2004 with the D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this Roosevelt dime may look like a very common pocket coin, especially when found in good condition. However, within the world of numismatics, even modern dimes can become exciting when rarity factors, mint characteristics, and auction demand come into play. This video will help you understand why collectors still pay close attention to the 2004 D dime, and how certain examples can command impressive prices. The Roosevelt Dime series began in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, honoring his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his efforts in founding the March of Dimes. By 2004, the dime was already a long-established and widely circulated coin in American commerce. The Denver Mint produced millions of dimes that year to meet everyday demand, and the D mint mark identifies its place of origin. While the year 2004 was not a transition year or a major design change, it represents a modern period when quality control, die varieties, and striking details play an important role in determining collector value. The 2004 D dime features the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, facing left, with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 2004. The reverse displays a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches representing peace and strength. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure, giving it durability for circulation. What makes certain 2004 D dimes stand out are strike quality, sharp details in Roosevelt's hair and the torch bands, and the overall surface condition. Some coins also show interesting mint errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or weak strikes, which can significantly increase collector interest. The 2004 D dime is not considered rare. However, rarity in coin collecting often depends on condition and special characteristics rather than mintage numbers alone. Dimes in good condition that show unusual errors or exceptional eye appeal can become scarce because most examples were heavily circulated. Collectors actively seek coins that are well preserved or display noticeable minting anomalies. As more collectors focus on completing date and mint mark sets or hunting for modern era coins, demand for standout 2004 D dimes continues to grow, especially when certified by professional grading services. In typical good circulated condition, a standard 2004 D dime usually carries a modest value close to its face value. However, the story changes dramatically at auction when the coin shows rare errors, strong strikes, or unusually clean surfaces. Error examples can sell for $710,000, depending on the type and visibility of the mistake. Coins graded at higher levels by trusted grading companies may also achieve premium prices, particularly when competition among collectors increases. Auction results clearly show that even a modern dime can surprise sellers with a strong final hammer price when the right qualities are present. Collectors should carefully examine any 2004 D dime they find, paying close attention to the mint mark, overall condition, and possible errors. Using good lighting and magnification can help reveal hidden details that add value. Storing coins properly in protective holders will prevent further wear and preserve their condition. For coins that appear special, professional grading can add credibility and attract serious buyers in the auction market. Staying informed about recent auction trends is also essential, as market demand can change and influence prices over time. The United States 1 dime from 2004 with the D mint mark proves that even modern, everyday coins can hold exciting potential. While most examples remain common, those found in good condition with unique features or mint errors can achieve impressive auction values in dollars. For collectors and beginners alike, the 2004 D dime serves as a reminder that hidden treasures may still be waiting in circulation. Keep checking your change, stay curious, and you might just discover a small coin with a big story and surprising value. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more coin value insights and collector stories.